fair, I was expecting the weather to come over a little bit later on, but I mean, you can see around the circuit now, everywhere you look, really, we're in the middle of a lot of very heavy rain. I mean, out to Allard, to our left-hand side here, it's almost like the sky has gone blurry in the background because it is that heavy rain over there. We've missed the worst of it at that point, but I think there's still a bit of it to come from behind us as well. So make sure that if you can, everybody, I know you may think, oh, it'll pass, it'll be all right, but if you're not in a position.
In the paddock with Jock Borthwick, what's going on, John?
Oh, loads going on. Problems with the turbos, the sump off last night, checking the baffles. They maybe had an oil starvation on some of the fast left-handers and just doing the turbo. Checked that, everything seems okay. We've done different feed pipes, we've run them different. We're struggling for a turbo. Luke Garrett's got, I think his dad going to try and get a turbo about 40 miles away, bring it up and we'll try and get out for the last race and give it another run. And
I was going to say, we've not seen you in race 3, we won't see you in race 4 by the sound of things.
No, definitely no 4, maybe 5 if we get it on in time.
I mean, that just shows the community spirit in this sport, isn't it great?
Absolutely brilliant. But we've not got to the bottom of the trouble. We've not really found what the trouble is, which is a bit of a concern. We've got to keep trying, and we've rerouted oil pipes, run different oil pipes, put different oil in it now, you know. So, and everybody's been great giving us their advice and their help and different views on it. So we'll just have to put one on and keep trying and get to the bottom of it.
It would be a long journey back without getting out for race 5.
I know, we'll try and we'll just give it a go, and if the turbo goes, the turbo goes. We just need to get to the bottom of the trouble there.
Well, we've all got our fingers crossed for you, John.
Thanks very much, thanks.
Hope to see you in race 5.
Thank you, cheers, thanks now.
John Newell in the paddock, winner of race number 3. When that happens, what do you do ahead of race 4? Just relax?
Yeah, we just got to relax, just go and have a chill out for half an hour and get ready for reverse grid when we're starting at back.
No, that must be a lot of fun starting from the back.
Yeah, we just have to see what happens in front of us to see what decisions we're going to make.
Now, race number 3, it was baking hot, rain's coming in.
Yeah, make it even more interesting. Hopefully they'll all get tangled up at front and just leave me a big gap to come through.
Best of luck with race number 4.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Craig Reed about to go out for race number 4. We've had a couple of wins already. What do you do in the meantime when you've just won a race? Do you just sort of sit back, relax?
Yeah, just relax. To be fair, my left arm's giving me jip. It's quite physical on the steering wheel, especially around the back here. So to be fair, I just relax, have a little bit of a nap. The team service to Chuck for me, which to do a great job, and then on to the next one. So I'm fully focused.
Now the truck is literally ready to go. It's just about to start raining. You can't make changes now, can you?
No. To be fair, we will make them on the grid if we need to. It's only a rear anti-roll bar change. But to be honest with you, my truck is right smack bang in the middle anyway of wet and dry, so to be honest with you, if it does rain, I sort of hope it does, to be honest.
We've got a couple of thousand in watching today. What does it mean as a driver, your experience, to have the fans back watching regularly?
Oh, amazing. That's why I'm beeping to them like mad, you know what I mean? No, it's great to see them, I'll be honest with you, especially after last year. It gives everyone a massive boost, and not just that, though, the fans, the marshals, everyone, you know, it really makes the place great when you're coming down the start finish straight, and that's why we do it.
Best of luck for race 4, Craig.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Bye,
some of the cowlings around the body. Of course, that's very confused with the TGA, which is the slightly older model. But essentially, to the spectators out in the grandstand and on the banks, MANs look like MANs, and this is the easiest way to tell them apart.
Right then, we have O'Rourke and Taylor starting at the front of the grid, which is an interesting front row because O'Rourke, you know, he's not been on the pace with everybody else. He had a bit of an issue at the end of the last race, but
well, he actually got a penalty in the last race as well. So the last race yesterday, which did knock him back, which is why he started so far back this morning. So I think because they obviously got away so quickly at the beginning of the race, he struggled to catch back up with the rest of the group. But yeah, Tom O'Rourke, Mark Taylor, another opportunity for Mark Taylor to see if he can find his groove and keep those doors well and truly shut tight to the second row, of course, of Martin Gibson and Dave Jenkins, which will be a serious tussle on the first corner. Back there we've got Ryan Smith, Stuart Oliver, and of course John Newell finishing first in the previous race, now obviously at the back. Moving back to the Division 2, we've got at the very beginning again Craig Evans, Simon Cole, hopefully will do a bit better in this race, then back with Bradley Smith, Stephen Powell, Adam Bint, Craig Reed and Jock Borthwick at the back. So yeah, obviously Jock Borthwick not taking part in the previous race. He'll be joining this race now if can you see him out there?
No, he's not out.
Oh dear, that is a shame. Now I heard a rumour that we were supposed to be having Paddy Mack joining us for this race, as I did in fact hear his engine running in the paddock earlier on during our little break. But perhaps they've discovered some more issues, or perhaps he just wants to watch the rest of them.
To be fair, I don't blame him if he wants to watch.
It's still raining a little bit down here, so Paddy's probably taking cover.
I don't blame him. I know he had a very good table and view of the football last night when I walked past the paddock bar. So yeah, maybe that's what he's prioritised.
And if you've got your pens ready, I can tell you again, it's a man 26,640.
26,640.
Now I told you once, I'm not going to
Let
tell
me
you
write
again,
it down.
okay?
26. We're both writing it down.
Excellent,
There we
because
go.
I'm not telling you again.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that.
Anyway, apart from wipers being used on the trucks, everybody seems to be A-OK down here.
Smash
Maybe
it.
a little bit of work right at the back with Craig. Is there? I don't know. No, Toolkit's walking away now, so looks like we're going to be ready for a race start very shortly. Well, the Toolkit's not walking away. Yeah,
Cheers,
the
Toolkit.
mechanic's walking away with the
Thank you,
Toolkit.
Toolkit. Yeah.
One thing I wanted to point out though is, again, like we had at the end of yesterday, we had an issue with Cole not getting away from the chicane here when they all waited for the incident that happened at the end of the race. When the trucks were just pulling up to the start-finish line there to line up on the grid, Cole sort of came to a stop and then everybody sort of went to fan around him. He really struggled to get going again.
Guys, we've got the 1 minute signal already. We're clearing the grid, but the rain is getting harder. It's going to be an interesting first lap.
Indeed, I can see a lot of umbrellas coming out. Of course, all the people on the grandstand to the right of us looking very cushy. But yes, lots of waterproofs and, of course, the breeze picking up as well. So looking behind us, we can see quite a bit of cloud rolling in over the tree line, which could, of course, in 15 minutes cause quite a lot of traction issues. I see now down on the pit we've got the 30-second card out with the green flag waving from the back. So I do believe we are very soon about to go racing. Just before we do though, just to let everybody know that is paying attention know that the show truck results that all of the public have been voting on with the QR codes this weekend will be handed out at the Lenham trailer down in the show trucks at 3 o'clock. So that's show truck results at 3 o'clock, hosted by a good friend of mine, Sean Taylor. So we're back on circuit now. As we look, everybody ready, the pit lane clearing, the green flag is out and the pace truck pulls away as we hear the roar of engines to start what is the fourth British Truck Racing Champion race here this weekend at Thruxton Circuit. But with weather on the way over, that first corner into Campbell could be where a lot of people get caught out, Chaz.
Yes, indeed, it can be. Yeah, there's a lot of momentum needed to be carried around there, and the exit of the corner, from when you get into the corner, the exit of it is actually blind to you, so you really need to be able to judge the momentum well, and if you need to adjust your line, get off the throttle, get on the brakes, or vice versa. You know, if you want to put your foot in it a bit more, you need to be so careful through there, because you're already doing a lot of speed anyway. I mean, over the time of me watching any sort of racing, there's been a lot of big offs at the first corner here at Thruxton. It's a very difficult corner. It doesn't look it on paper,
no,
especially
indeed.
when you see it on the
This
map
is it.
here.
Well, the problem with it is there's just enough of a straight between those two very tight bends, the Campbell to Cobb, that you do have to actually bring your steering back to central before you can then line up to take that corner. And of course, if you're just trying to find a good line, that's fine, but under race conditions you've got people inside of you, people outside of you, everyone's trying to get that good line going into Cobb, so they're on the inside for Seagrave. But of course, if you make one mistake going into Campbell, you've got to kind of make your bed and hope it's comfy when you get in there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I can't wait to get back to my comfy bed tonight. But either way, it's a very challenging circuit that, like I say, on paper, Thruxton doesn't look like a huge challenge. It just looks like there's the odd little chicane just to catch you out. But honestly, with the amount of momentum, the amount of camber that you've got to carry around here, and the speed that you do at Thruxton, it's known for being such a high-speed circuit, simply
Indeed.
because it is,
Yeah.
and it's an absolute joy. But I mean, even as we stand here, as we look over at the trucks at Goodwood now, there is a rise halfway around Goodwood, so when you're going round there, you'll get this immediate turn-in that's great, but then the grip goes away mid-corner. It's horrible feeling.
Indeed, and of course quite the camber as well, just coming out of Church as you come down the hill, curving into Brooklands. Again, on the circuit map, it doesn't look as tight as it is, but in real life I can see from here there is a lot of track unseen behind that tree line there.
Yeah.
We can see now in the distance though the pace truck just slowly edging towards us now. Again, the brollies are still out, waterproofs are still on. Of course, a lot of
though, guys, it's not raining anywhere near as hard as when they left the grid.
That is good news. So perhaps if they can all get through this first couple of laps, then we'll have a bit of a drier track that they can all start to dig down and find a bit more speed. We've got the red lights on the pit straight now, so they'll be.
I think Adam Bint's coming in.
Oh dear. You heard, we've obviously, well, you've obviously got better information than us being down there. I wonder what's wrong with Adam Bint. That is a shame.
Don't know at the moment.
Certainly seems to be flagging at the back at the moment.
Yeah, he's hanging off the back.
So the question is, will they be able to clear him out of the way and the race can go ahead? We've still got green flags from the marshals down here underneath the commentary box. Quite the tight bend, already cooling brakes for Jenkins now. He's obviously preparing them for heavy braking, late braking on that first corner. Red lights still on, and they go out. The roar of engines, Division 1 power away, very closely followed by Division 2. Who have we got at the front now?
O'Rourke.
Tom O'Rourke.
Taylor second.
Sitting. That's it, Taylor second, Martin Gibson
Cole
tucked
leading
into third.
Division 2.
Yeah, Cole got a great run out of the final chicane. He really hung back and made the most of it. He knew that they'd be able to get a good run, and it looks also as well like in the Division 2s, we've got Smith having a great first couple of corners. Actually, sorry, Stephen Powell having a great first couple of corners.
Whatever
Really
Adam's problem is, sorry to interrupt, but whatever it is, it's terminal because he's took it straight into Park Ferme.
Oh, that is bad.
I met Adam this morning, had a great chat with him. Such a lovely lad.
They are nice guys, yeah, they're a great bunch. Of course, massive unfortunate issues yesterday with a few of the drivers having penalties. There was a bit of a rejig of trophies which I've got to re-hand out after this race over in over by Park Ferme. But looking back now to the front of Division 1, we see Tom O'Rourke still, Martin Gibson looking for a gap up the inside line of Mark Taylor. Mark Taylor's got some cowling damage there, whether it's damage or just a bit of a flappy loose section. Tom O'Rourke really putting the power down here, trying to pull away from Mark Taylor, and Martin Gibson looking for that gap. Ryan Smith in fourth, Dave Jenkins on his tail in fifth, and Stuart Oliver, John Newell just sitting back, waiting for the opportunity, seeing how the track is going to unfold. Martin Gibson here looking for the outside line around Mark Taylor. Is he going to be able to switch it onto the inside? No, it's a tight train there. John Newell taking quite the wide line as they come around the bend here. Back onto the grid straight. Ryan Smith tailgating and slipstreaming just past Stuart Oliver. Can he get past him? Oh, I don't think he's going to make it just yet.
Powell had a really good run on Cole out of the final corner again. Sounded like Cole just misshifted or something. There was a spike in the revs and he lost momentum, but Powell not able to do it in time. But yeah, O'Rourke holding on well at the moment at the very front. We've seen that he's not quite on the pace of some of the other Division 1s this weekend, being completely honest, but he's holding them off well at the moment. It's that battle between Taylor and Gibson that's going to back everybody else up, isn't it?
Indeed it is. Right at the back there, we've got Craig Evans and Bradley Smith. Look like they're actually having a bit of a race at the moment, which is nice to see. So back with Division 1s now. Mark Taylor has actually closed that gap on Tom O'Rourke, and he is right on his tail as they go around Church into Brooklands. Very, very tight racing from all of Division 1, but of course I think they're just maybe feeling that greasiness on the tarmac. None of them want to make a mistake too early on.
I think you need to watch Ryan Smith this time, guys, because he had a little look here last time through when the door was shut, but I think he's going to make a move this time.
He's just tried to get a cut back down the inside on the exit of Church now. He's going to the right-hand side of Gibson. It's not worked. He's still behind him, but I think Taylor is having to defend now. He was attacking, trying to get past O'Rourke, but now he's suddenly on the back foot. Jenkins is in
It
this
is
as well.
very, very tight here, I tell you what, my goodness me. Tom O'Rourke's nowhere near it, but Martin Gibson holding back Ryan Smith. Will we have Ryan Smith-Gibson contact? We've seen it a lot before. Jenkins right on the tail, my goodness, they're literally nose to tail as they come out of club, down the pit straight.
Oh, Gibson drifted it, and now Smith's got down the
Yeah,
inside.
Smith is down the inside. He's not quite made the move yet though, because Gibson's around the outside as they go down through Allard. And can he hang on as they go into the left-hander of the complex?
Oh, it is neck and neck
It
between
is.
Gibson and
You
Ryan
can
Smith.
see it on the TV, I'm sure, guys.
Unbelievable, yeah, it's so close that this track is not designed for two abreast in most of the bends, but we can see now that Martin Gibson's still just about holding his own under pressure. Quite shaky on the camera feed here, unfortunately. We can't quite see where the trucks
Smith's
are.
actually got up to second. He's got past Taylor, or has he? Taylor gets the run on the exit. Looks like he's going to try and do it back down towards Noble. Yes, Smith goes in front, and now I believe it's going to be Gibson that has a go at Taylor as well. All this time, Tom O'Rourke still holds on to the lead here, Pointy.
Indeed, yeah, as you said earlier on though, not quite pulling forward as fast or as quickly as the other Division 1 drivers would do, but as long as he can stay there, that's what's most important. Let these guys behind him fight it out between themselves, but of course now Ryan Smith is going to be... Oh, no, Jenkins is off, Jenkins is off. We have Jenkins onto the grass. He did come out quite wide, just coming down the grid straight here. Mark Taylor and Martin Gibson right next to each other. Gibson still looking for a space. Ryan Smith definite second. Very, very close now. It could just be the difference of some late braking. Martin Gibson in fourth, right on Taylor. Stuart Oliver and John Newell at the back here. Will Martin Gibson make the move up the inside? Yes, a beautiful move through the club chicane there, as Ryan Smith is literally hanging off the back of Tom O'Rourke. Martin Gibson now in third place, Mark Taylor in fourth, Stuart Oliver fifth. Smith making the move up the inside of Tom O'Rourke, using all that experience. Martin Gibson follows him through. He left the door open there for him. And it looks like a party that everyone's invited to up on the second row. Neck and neck again. Martin Gibson really showing his stamina and guts really for going side by side around those bends.
It looks very wet out there on the back.
I'm just going to say, guys, it's dry here along the start-finish straight. We've got no rain, but look at the far side of the circuit, and it's wet.
It's terrifying how quickly that the conditions can change. And of course, being quite a long circuit as well, it's completely different over there than it is over here. Some of the Division 1 drivers obviously will have gone out on a dry setup, hoping to keep that sunny weather. And of course, some of them might have gambled on the rain. So it really is a 50-50 chance for all of them up there at the top. Division 2, though, looking further back, Steve Powell powering ahead now as Simon Cole's hot on his heels. We'll see what the standing is. Craig Reed for Simon Cole, so that's Craig Reed in third place now.
We've got Oliver attacking Taylor now as well as they go through Church side by side. Taylor sideways, has a bit of a moment and loses out.
Taylor does have a bit of a twitch onto the rumble strips there, but there is definitely no contact with Stuart Oliver as he sits between and just behind Tom O'Rourke. Ryan Smith now miles ahead in first place. He looks comfortably ahead. Again, using all of that track.
now second and third, but it looks like O'Rourke is having to defend again here from Taylor, and then he's got Newell behind him. Now I was going to ask you earlier on about the difference with Newell's truck to the likes of, say, O'Rourke or Taylor's, who have a bit more bodywork lower down, almost like a splitter on the front. Newell's truck doesn't seem to have that. He gets a hit from Jenkins on the way into the chicane, so he's going to have less bodywork on the back of it now, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of splitter on the front of Newell's truck. I wonder if you could just explain that very briefly as Jenkins goes on the
these
inside.
may be the small nuances that are the TGX from the TGA. Just the difference in the body shape and the bumpers that they fit to them. Although they look aerodynamic, other than feeding air into the turbo, there'll be very little difference. John
Newell and Dave Jenks through here, through Allard and down into the complex side by side. But John Newell's got the advantage as they go into the first turn of the complex.
Yeah, it looks like Jenkins climbing around all over the back of him here, Pointy.
Jenkins struggling with traction, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure whether he's got an issue with perhaps springs. I know that the springs on these, the leaf springs on these...
driver warning for Dave Jenkins going out.
So I think that might be track limits. I mean, he has had a little bit of grass action.
I think it's up with you by those bales.
Yes, he's cut it wide, and he has come in very tight on the entrance to club. So
yeah, the bale has actually moved. It was in line with the yellow curbs earlier, and now it's been pushed back. I noticed one of them clipped it before, but I didn't recall who it was, so it must have been Jenkins. 5.5 minutes to go already, though. Time flies when you're having fun. We've got Smith from Gibson and Oliver. Those positions look safe, but everybody else is piling in behind Tom O'Rourke.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a three-truck race at the front in Division 1 at the moment. There is huge gaps between the top four. We're talking several seconds here. 3.4 seconds behind on the last lap. Gibson was back from Ryan Smith. But of course, under no pressure at the moment from Stuart Oliver. Is Stuart Oliver biding his time? Is he going to look for that second?
Oh, Newell down the inside and Taylor contact.
Taylor wide.
They hit the tyre bale and then
Jenkins contact. John Newell brings it back on. Manages not to lose it as they come out of club.
Jenkins has hit the tyre bale into the road because with the two in front of them side by side, he couldn't see where it was.
Newell's got front end damage. The front bumper wraparound is hanging on the floor.
We've got tyre bales in the track. We've also got some fiberglass body panels looking right in the middle of the exit of Club Chicane. Bradley Smith narrowly missing that, so fantastic there. We will be getting that cleared off. Is it anything to worry about? We
Looks
still
like
have
John
a green
Newell
flag
might be
at the moment.
slowing a bit.
Maybe John Newell having an issue then with the damage, but yeah, he was side by side with Taylor. The two of them got together. Taylor went across the grass and then Newell was on his outside, and it seems that just Taylor couldn't get it turned in enough as he came back on. He just understeered back into the road, clattered into the front of Newell, but they both continue. But as John alludes to there, potentially a bit slower for Newell. We'll keep an eye on the stream to our right.
I'll be honest, I was expecting a much bigger incident there. So
me too.
I think it shows great skill from Newell and Mark to be able to pull themselves back on. Mark, of course, coming across the grass, coming back out wide then, and essentially moving a lot of vehicles out of the way. So now we've got Mark Taylor in front of the digraph truck of Dave Jenkins. Back from there, Tom O'Rourke. Back from there, John Newell. At least we're all still on the track. Back at the chicane now, though, Ryan Smith again, miles ahead. Back down there to Martin Gibson in the 11th. Third place for Stuart Oliver. No change there, but Dave Jenkins on the warpath. We've got damage now and he wants blood. He is looking at Mark Taylor. He will take any opportunity as he comes down through the complex, go over the inside line, he darts across, makes it stick. Is he going to be able to get far enough in front?
Sorry, Cole, very out of shape at the chicane there, manages to save it. Let's face it, that's not the first time we've seen that this weekend. That tyre bale, by the way, it may have been moved, but it's in a similar-ish sort of line as to where it was before, and it's actually meaning that people have to go around it and they're automatically avoiding the bodywork, so I don't think there may be a stoppage for that.
Yeah, it has.
Jenkins didn't quite make the move down here, guys, but trying hard still as they go through the complex, so he's definitely on the case.
It is getting very bump and grind, as I like to say, between Dave and Mark. Of course, Mark really holding his own at the moment against the much more experienced driver of Dave Jenkins. But of course, with just 2.5 minutes left of this race, it really is a race against time, no pun intended, to make the moves they need to make.
Oh, Taylor's off. Taylor's driven off at Goodwood.
It looks like he just lost his beans a bit there. Forced off more psychologically, I'd say, by Dave Jenkins. Nice big drift around there for Mark Taylor as he drops back into the
red flag.
I wonder what for.
Red flags, guys. Red flags.
maybe for the tyre bail.
I wouldn't have thought
I've
for
not
the tyre bail.
Nobody else has disappeared off the road. We've still got a Raw.
Coming round, Craig Evans, yes, a Raw, Taylor, John Dillon.
That will be a result as well, guys, I'm being told.
Right, I see.
So,
I'm surprised at that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit
personally.
confused, I'll be completely honest with you. So we've had no major incidents. We have got a red flag. We've got a small amount of fiberglass on the track. Massive round of applause, of course, from the spectators for the race. They did enjoy.
Dry conditions all the way round as well, I think.
Yeah, so we've got dry conditions. We've got a little bit of damage. I'm not sure whether the clerk of the course decided to call it quits because it started to get a bit physical. I'm not sure, but obviously time will tell. We'll hopefully
I'll see what I can find out, guys.
Get some more information off who you can down there, John, because at the moment up in the tower it's a complete mystery.
Yeah, there may be a bit of fiberglass in the road, which I must say Gibson's just run all over. But to be fair, I didn't really see where that bail was being an issue because it was only moved a little bit further back from where it should have been before. So I don't see why that would have been stopped personally. But at the end of the day,
sense some very angry drivers out there at the moment.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be completely honest with you. Of course, only 2 minutes cut short, but that would have made quite a bit of difference depending on what was going on for third and fourth at the back, because of course all points do make a difference over the championship. So we'll see where they finished up. Even though at the moment they've called the race and of course brought them into the pit lane and making their way into Parc Fermé now. We had Ryan Smith, Martin Gibson and Stuart Oliver in the top three for Division 1, and then down into Division 2 we've got Steve Powell, Simon Cole, Craig Reed.
Well, I'm down in the pit lane. Just had a word with one or two of the guys with radios. They're not aware of the reason why it was red flag. They just had it called. So it's obviously come from up above somewhere, and we'll try and find out. But, of course, we've got truck drivers to interview first as we go into our lunch break.
Just to point out as well, we just had an official up here just saying there's been a Samsung phone found in the car park, by the way. If it is yours and you want to retrieve it, there is a BARC office behind the second grandstand at the final corner. That's the grandstand. If you're looking at the front of them, it's the one on the right. So if you want to retrieve said phone,
huge chimney coming out of Simon Cole in the pit lane at the moment. I'm not sure whether he was just venting his air tanks, but
well, is that
like
out of his
water
ears?
feature that was. Now, regardless what's going on down the track right now, I of course am needed in other places. So just another reminder to all the guys, spectators and show trucks alike, we will of course be doing the show truck results at the Lenham trailer at the top of the show trucks at 3 o'clock. That of course was a public vote for the several classes, and I'm now going to go down into the paddock and hand out some silverware to some probably rather grumpy drivers.
Thank you very much,
Cheers,
Pointy.
Chaz. Cheers, John.
I'm going to go and grab some lunch as well because I didn't get a chance yesterday, unfortunately. I ran out of time. So we'll have some interviews with John in a moment, I believe, with some of the drivers once they get out. But then it will be the lunch break, and roughly at 20 to 3 we'll have the Welsh Sports and Saloon Car Championship? Sports and Saloon Car Championship. Thank you, everybody. See you in a few.
Well, I've got Martin Gibson down here. There's some heated conversation, so we can have a chat with Martin. Martin, strange race with the weather conditions and all that, but you brought it home.
Yeah, I was on a wet setup, and I was just a bit worried about the tyres, to be honest, but it was all right. Got it back.
And any real problems with the truck, or is everything okay?
I think there's more problems with me than the truck, so we'll go and sort that out.
Oh, well, you've got another hour, or a couple of hours now before you've got to do it again.
Cheers, bud.
See you later, Martin. Well done on that second place. Stuart Oliver's in here. Stuart third. Stuart, good team result, second and third.
Yeah, it was good, Dad. Yeah, it was. It was. Once we got sort of through the pack, it was. I was reeling Martin in as well. I was gutted when the red flag came out, but no, it was a good result for the team and all the hard work the boys have put in over the weekend. You know.
Not sure why the red flag came out yet. Have you got any idea?
Yeah, there was the marker bales were out on the track just as if coming out of the chicane on the last chicane there, but judging by the truck behind me, I think that maybe got something to do with it, but. It was a shame. It was a shame that we didn't get a full race duration, but safety comes first.
It was a couple of minutes again, so it wasn't really the end of the world. Probably another lap.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad. Yeah, but it's always good to go to the checkered flag, as you know. So, but no, it was good. It was a good result.
Congratulations on third. We'll see you later on.
Thanks very much, John.
Well, that's our top second and third. Simon Cole. I'm not sure, but he's here, so I'll have a chat with him. Simon, where'd you end up in the end? Was it second?
Yeah, second. I was catching Steve at the end there, and I'm a bit gutted of the red flag, but we done well.
Yeah, I was only a couple of minutes short, but that would have been probably another lap and a half, another lap at least.
Yeah, we would have come over the line together. I think we would have been pretty tight. We'd have a couple of times here come over the line together. It's been good racing between me and Steve.
Well, you got one more chance to do it later on.
Yeah, the truck seems good. The boys have dialed it in. Hard weekend, but that's over the moon with that. Second, good.
Just got to sort the driver out now then.
Yes,
Race 4, back to your best round. First of all,
Well done,
congratulations
Simon.
on the race from your point of view.
Second place for Simon Cole.
Slowly.
Is Steve.
Take us time, get in single file, pick them off one by one, and do what we can do. Get the lead, save the truck, save the tyres. Guys have worked fantastic. Again, the crowd's been on the banks. Everybody watching at home, sponsors are here. It's been a good day so far.
Can't help but not avoid the emotion running behind you. Could you any sort of information on that?
Do you know what? I like that because it shows that people have got the willing to win, the heart, and they're taking the sport serious. It's just two drivers that are having a bit of disagreement. I'm hot-headed myself, so seeing them two just got in the middle of it, split it up. 10 minutes, they'll be friends and they'll talk, and that's what happens. You get out the cab, you worked up, you're still a bit hot, and friction and tension.
Any idea what caused it?
Well, I'm being told that another driver went up the inside of another driver. The first driver turned in and he had no apex. The truck was there, and really, really nasty collision. But like I say, in 10 minutes it'll be over and it'll be history. We'll go home to his family tonight. Everybody healthy, everybody happy. There's more worrying things in the world going on than two drivers having a bit of a tiff over a corner. So they'll calm down. They'll talk and everything will be fine for the last race, I'm sure.
We do get the atmosphere that it is a family in the paddock mainly most of the time.
Well, it is, but any form of racing, we're competitors. And I tell you, listen, half of the stuff I don't say on camera because I don't want to go into detail, but it's ferocious out there. People don't understand because they're so big, they look slow, and people don't understand what 5.3 tonne can do when it's in contact with something else. But like I say, we're all drivers, we're all competitors, we're all one family. But when we're out on the track, this stuff's going to happen, and they'll calm down, they'll reflect on it, and everybody will get along for the final race. We're a championship, we're a team as one, and that's what'll happen.
Bit of damage front left. What caused that?
That was in the last race with the almighty Stuart Oliver. The king of defending, the king of he's 10 times British champion. What more can I say, or what else can I say about him? He knows how to defend. That's the most bit of damage we've had all weekend. We'll take that, going into the last race, relax and enjoy it.
He's 10 times, you're 5 times, on your way to make it a 6, it looks like.
Well, I don't know if I'll catch him up, but I'll not be here that long. Hopefully we'll be trying to do the transition to Europe. We're just waiting on a bit of budget, but what Stuart's achieved in the sport is remarkable. What I'm achieving in the sport I think is quite good. So we'll just keep his head down, see what we can do this year, but our transition period's got to be to the FIA. We want to be there.
I think you're quite good. It's a bit of an understatement. Congratulations on your race win.
Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you.
We're going to try and speak to Stuart Oliver and Martin Gibson. Guys, if we can have you both in at the same time, that'd be fantastic. A second and a third, Team Oliver, back on track.
Yeah, that's right. We've had an interesting weekend, and we're back on track, and obviously we've been better first and second, but we've just got to keep working on it, and I think we've got the ability. It's just the machinery we just need to work on a bit, and then we'll be there. So he's got the ability anyway. I just follow him.
Martin, not at the best weekend, but that was pretty good.
I thought it was all right. Sorry. That was a lot better. I struggled this morning. I really enjoyed that, and I could see this guy catching me towards the end. So when I saw that bale in the road, I was quite happy about that.
How'd you catch Ryan?
I don't know yet. Too early in the game for me to work that out. So we'll see.
So one more race to come. I'm going to be starting near the back of the grid again. Always lots of fun going through the grid. What happened to the atmosphere behind you? Are you aware? Because we asked Ryan, but he was too far ahead. But in the paddock here, emotions running high after the race. One more race to come. And what do you know about it?
I don't know anything about it. Obviously it was red flag because there was bales on the track, whether it was something to do with that. But obviously there's damage on the trucks that's connected to the emotions. So it's racing. 5 or 10 minutes time, everybody will chill down, cool down, and they'll be all laughing and joking. But it gets to you. You know what I mean? You're really pumped up. You really, it's a very, very fast adrenaline ride you're on. It's going around there at 100 miles an hour. I don't think there's a great lot you can sort of compare it with.
We had quite a unique experience where at one point half the track was in rain, half of it was dry. Is it just pure concentration?
Pure concentration. That's right. You know, when you're going round down the hill towards church, there, you know, you're looking at the clouds, you're looking at the track, and you're thinking, do you turn in early and drift out? Do you just take the normal line and drive through? You know, you've just got to do a quick calculation and hope that you've done the right one and turn in at the right time. You know, I think Dave Jenkins, I think on 3 or 4 laps in, you know, he got it wrong, and it was just purely because there was just a bit of grease, and it just he went on the dry line, but he didn't have enough exit area you know, fine for us. I'm not complaining, but that's just what happens when you get it wrong, you know.
And Martin, fans back in the arena here, what does that affect as a driver? Can you hear them? You can obviously see them. Does it affect your race performance whatsoever?
Yeah, it's a created atmosphere, and you want to put on a show and let them all have a good time. They've paid a lot of money to be here, and it's good to see them, so that's what we want to do.
Team Oliver, congratulations. See you in race 5. Right, let's see if we can get, I'd love to grab, if we possibly can, we got Simon Cole. I did see him at one point. Where is Simon? His truck's here. Is Simon around? Where's he gone? Oh, he's over there. Oh, he's a very popular boy at the moment. Okay, I'm going to try and grab Simon because that's his second podium of the week. Simon, can I grab you for 2 seconds? Is that all right? Oh, on our wires. Sorry, Matthew. Simon, second podium of the week. Congratulations. A lot better than Brands Hatch.
Yeah, loads better. Yeah, we seem to be getting used to the truck again now. She's performing well. And this weekend we've had loads of issues as well. Even yesterday, power steering pump. Got done for overspeed, but he's finished every race, so we're happy.
Because I know there was a bit of frustration earlier on in the morning when we weren't quite sure about race number 2. You've got over that now, gone past it.
Yeah, but it happens. It does happen. It's quite because the older trucks are quite hard to limit the speed to them. They're not like the new trucks; they're all built in. So we managed to sort that out. So away we went.
Managed that perfectly. Managed the fluctuations in the track sort of wetness drivers.
Yeah, we seem to find our rhythm in the middle there a little bit. Steve's truck handles far superior to mine, but we could catch him in certain places, and I think with another lap and a half, I think I would have caught him right at the last.
Fantastic, congratulations, great weekend so far, one more race to come, look forward to watching it.
Thank you very much, thank you, Tom.